I thought I'd take some time to talk about what's working for me with my tomatoes in my garden this year. For reference, my garden basically, at least what I'm about to show you in the ground, probably gets about 8.5 hours of sun a day in the summer, from mid-morning to mid-afternoon, probably mid to early morning to mid-afternoon. What I'm doing to utilize my space, how I'm growing more plants than I normally do, and how I'm trying to keep them healthy. All these tomatoes are indeterminate, so they're vining type. And I know we have all heard, prune your indeterminate tomatoes, pop their suckers. And you know what? I think for the most part that's probably right. But that being said, I have never, I've gone seasons where I've never even plucked a single sucker and I've grown tomatoes. So this year I brought it to 2 liters because what I'm doing is, I have a fairly limited space. I have about a 15 foot by 13 foot bed. Try to get as much in here as I can. So I've got about, it's hard to move all these leaves out of the way, probably about 15 inches between my tomatoes, maybe 13 or 14. I brought them to 2 liters. I'm running these in a Florida weave, hopefully to the top of these stakes and then maybe over. I'm not sure what I'll do. I may end up cutting the top liters. But while it's working for the vast majority of these plants, like this right here, Beefmaster, is doing really well. As you can see, I've actually gotten away here. I've let a sucker grow. So this guy's got 3 tops. So what I'll do, since this guy produced a flower there, he's done kind of what I want him to do. I'm going to go ahead and pop the leader on that. Let those flowers produce tomatoes and stop that one from growing anymore. Like I was saying, these ones really like being brought to 2 liters. They do fine on it. I'm getting a lot of tomatoes this year. There's other varieties where I wish I hadn't done this. This is a Jubilee, so it's going to make me probably baseball-sized yellow tomatoes. I brought it to 2 liters. Look how short it is. Over here, I've done something completely different, and it's working really well. This is a Super Sweet 100, which is a vigorously growing plant. And I decided I'm just going to let every sucker grow. And it's doing good for me. Every branch has many trusses of flowers. It's hanging a lot of fruit already. Here's one example. Here's some more. It's growing really tall, and it's really looking healthy to me, especially for a plant in a container. I found that Beefmasters don't do so good in containers, but this cherry tomato's doing really good. So just goes to show, you don't necessarily need to prune an indeterminate. It works in some situations, and in others it doesn't.